Greetings. My name is Tim. Welcome to Little Step. How do I do this 01 at yahoo.com. I do appreciate your tuning in. Today we're going to cover a lesson or a series of lessons on using your text tool. Now the reason I bring this up is I've already set you guys loose on my earlier lessons on doing the basics, figuring out what your tools are, going back and reviewing with Paint, MS Paint, and learning the basics, practicing the basics on the MS Paint program, as well as introducing you to this new one. I've already released a video showing you where to get the program, Paint.net. You can also, at that website, go to the plugins, pick up plugins. The big plugin pack I would recommend that you pick up right off the bat. The other plugin packs you can get are everything ranging from text plugins to different modifications, making fire, working with clouds and other things like that. These are all good plugins to get. However, I'm going to be just trying to cover the text today. There is a text plugin pack, and I will put the link down on the YouTube site there on the right where the description is. And I will also try and include that on my web page at howdoidothiswebs.com. Please follow along. I urge you right now to open up your notepad or your WordPad. The reason I encourage you to take notes is, for one, these lessons are longer than the 10 minutes. And you're going to want to watch all three of them and take notes as you go through them. You don't have to follow along on your computer, but you really do need to pay attention and take notes. As you're listening to this and hearing me discuss some of these things, some of them may not be easy for you to follow. However, if you take copious notes and refer to these, and remember, I also did a lesson earlier on using Yahoo as a note taker. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, you can go to your mail server if you have Yahoo, new mail message, use that to take your notes, send an email to yourself, create a folder in Yahoo Mail, put your notes into that mail. That way, anytime you go to a cafe or anytime you access your mail online, you can pull up your notes at any point, anywhere in the world, access the notes, use the notes to go back and review and use this program. I strongly urge, if you own your own computer, to keep your notes on your local computer, but also it's really a good idea, if you're going to take notes, to go ahead and take the notes on a server or in your mail so that you can actually go and review them from anywhere, because sometimes you feel like studying, sometimes you don't. So anyway, not to get too much almond joy out of this, let's go ahead and get going. I would like you to go ahead and follow along. I've already opened the program for the Paint.net, and I can pull that up. But the one thing I really want you to notice and see is we're gonna cover today not so much getting your program plugins, but we're mostly going to focus on using the tools. Excuse me. Primarily, we're working with the Paint.net program and some of the plugins. I've already urged you to open up and use your Notepad or your WordPad program along with the MS Paint program. Now, if you think I'm going back and we're reviewing, or I'm saying we're not going to use the MS or the Paint.net program, nothing could be further from the truth. However, you do need the Notepad or /WordPad and the MS Paint program. These are integral to you learning to use the MS Paint program, your computer, and being comfortable and competent using the Paint.net program. You can go to the website listed below here. This video down here at the bottom that you see is in fact a link to my video for using your desktop or your computer screen as a camera. Now, the reason I bring this up is a lot of people will sit there and think, well, what do I do with my computer, or how can I use it as a camera? Well, I'll answer that in this next one right here. you can see right here, I've opened up the MS Paint program, and you can see all my notes I've pleasantly put with a background that you will know is the Azul background for your desktop in Windows XP. In Windows Vista, in Windows 7, you can use your other backgrounds as well. You can take a snapshot of it and you can place them in, take notes. This would make a pretty cool looking business card if you wanted to shrink it down to the right size and print these out. You could put your own information in here and go through yada yada yada, whatever you wanted. But just so you know where we're going with this, you can go ahead and use that to take your notes. And quite honestly, you use the Paint program by copying and pasting the different layers and the background photo, and then pasting your text over the top. That's covering the layering within the MS Paint environment. Now we're going to get into using the Paint.net program. Now, if you haven't already opened it, or you can open it, either way is fine, you can follow along and take notes. I've already encouraged you to go through, learn what these tools are. Now, these are selection tools, and you've got, you have several selection tools here. You've got 5 selection tools plus your magic wand. Now, I've already used the magic wand down here to select this text. Why would I do that? Well, I'm on layer number 5, which has no name at this point. I used this particular layer right here with black text, and then I selected it with my magic wand, and then I moved up here to layer number 5. Now, the reason I want to move up to layer number 5 is you'll notice I have colors here. My primary and my secondary color is outside of your range. I've changed it from the black and white to the dark blue and light blue, kind of a baby blue. And the reason I've done that is because I want to show you that if you go up here to your effects, now I've already selected this, but I'm on layer number 5. Now, in case you're not aware, there's nothing in layer number 5. However, if I use my tool here for gradients, and I were to drag across here, you can see here that I've added the text color for my gradient. Now, we're not going to do the gradient. It's easy to do this, and you can see the effect here, but I'm more interested right now in going to my effects drop-down. Now, any one of these effects drop-downs, you may or may not have these. However, each one of these is going to have an effect, such as your oil painting, your ink sketch, your pencil sketch. Any one of these will have some sort of effect on the selection that I've already made on the screen. Now let's go ahead and render something. Now I can render something as simple as a multicolored gradient. Now if I render a multicolored gradient, I'm going to basically put this into a rainbow. And if I click on this, that should give me a rainbow effect across my text. Pretty simple to do. Now what I can go ahead and do is I can hit my control and my D key, and you will now see that I have rainbow text. If it's a little hard to see, give me a second here. I'll add a layer, and then I'll go ahead. I will change my primary color to black. Click on my paint can, and on the layer 6, which is a blank layer again, I can pop it in and you can see the text real clearly. Anyway, this is just one in the first of a series we're going to do, so please tune into my next video and we'll continue on.